guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. I'm so glad you can make it. Today I am doing something I thought I would never do again, and that is a 24-hour reading challenge. Last time I did a 24-hour reading challenge, it literally took me 3 days to get through those 24 hours, and it was almost excruciating. This time, what I think I'm going to do is stretch out the 24 hours by 12-hour increments. So I'm going to be doing the first 12 hours today, the next 12 hours tomorrow, which is technically not a 24-hour reading challenge, but it's still a 24-hour reading challenge because I'm reading for 24 hours. It still counts to me. So for the lineup of books, I have When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This book I started maybe like 2 days ago. It is a very big book, and if I start with this, it will be the only book I read in the 24-hour time span, which is not the goal. So I'm probably gonna pick this up in between books, you know what I mean? Like read a few chapters and then read the other book, read a few chapters. You feel me? Because I still want to get through this book. So the actual lineup that I have is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. Yeah, Callie Hart. I'm going to be immersive reading this. I'm going to be listening to the audio while following along with the book. And when I'm not following along with the book, I'm just going to listen to the audio. I only have like 14 hours left of the audio, and I think I can definitely do that. And in the other 12 hours, I can probably get through possibly 2 other books. And those 2 other books are Beach Read by Emily Henry. I know it's literally January, but I've been itching for another Emily Henry book, and everyone's been telling me Beach Read is the one. And then the next one is The 7-Year Slip by Ashley Pastone. I mainly picked it because it's so short, but also my friend Jazzy, her recommendations are amazing, and she said if I like Emily Henry, I'm gonna like this, and this is also one of her favorite books as well. She really enjoyed it. I feel like I'm gonna enjoy it too. It's so short. Emily Henry books are also short too, especially with like how big her font is. I don't know which one I'm gonna start with. I might go into the audiobook first, or I might start Emily Henry first. Who knows? But we're gonna be starting the timer. It's the next day. My mentor was not there to start it yesterday, so we're here today. You would think with how tired I am that it was literally 5 in the morning right now. It's 11:17. Current me doesn't know this, but I'm going to do 12-hour increments for my own mental health. Yeah, for my own mental health. Let's do like an even time. We're gonna start this at maybe 11:30 and then stop at 11:30 at night, and then start again at 11:30 in the morning tomorrow. So we have our lineup of books. Beach Read, When the Moon Hatched, 7-Year Slip, and Quicksilver. The vibes are not vibing right now, so we need to up the vibes. I need to make some tea. Okay.
What the dog doing?
His voice. Okay. The MMC. Yo! His voice actor is... I'm already hooked. I'm hooked. I'm here. Me, you, this, him. All 3 of us are here. Look, listen to me. I know I'm not the only one who is sick and tired of reading about female main characters in fantasy books who are just like, no, I'm not gonna put on that dress. I need tunics, I need pants, I need leggings. I don't do dresses. If you don't put on the fucking gown, Saris, Feyre, if you don't put on the fucking gown and go with your dark-haired, deep-voiced, shadow-wielding MMC before I start. No. I don't do dresses. I wear pants, shirts, things I can move easily in so I can run and climb. Please. Ooh, I'll tussle right now. It's been 2 hours and 11 minutes. I am on chapter 10 so far. Kingfisher is kind of an asshole. He's an asshole, like I get it. It's enemies to lovers, but man, bro is kind of mean. Chapter 10 in 2 hours, I fear is not the best, but I'm immersive reading with the audiobook, and this audiobook is long. Literally, chapter 10, I'm listening at 1.4 times speed. It's a 37-minute chapter. 11 hours and 27 minutes left in the audiobook itself, so it's looking like this might be the only book that I am reading in the first 12 hours, which understandable because I decided to pick up a 600 page book to be the first book of this 24-hour readathon, but it's Quicksilver. I really wanted to read it. Basically, this girl named Saris lives in the lowest sector of her kingdom. There's no night at all, which I just found out. It's just all daytime. She has to steal and thieve and to make a living. She steals a gauntlet from this big guardian thing and she takes it back to her ward, but then stuff goes down that I can't say, and then now all of a sudden she's in the Fae world and they need her. And she's like, why do you need me? I need to go home. And they're like, you're not going home. So at this point, she's just cooperating just so she can go back home.
What the dog doing?
I'm sorry. I had to stop for a second because this book is making me feel things. Kingfisher? I'll do the update later.
What the dog doing?
Straight from the fucking cup. We're only on chapter 12. That was crazy. That was crazy. Chapter 12, if you know, you know. That was crazy. Okay, it is 6:23 p.m. I am on chapter 16 and I have approximately, girl, I have 7 hours and 8 minutes left of this audiobook. It's looking like I'm not finishing at 11:40 p.m., which is fine. I believe I'm gonna be done closer to 1 a.m., 1:30, which is more than fine, so that's more than 12 hours. So far, this book is insane. I am understanding the hype completely. So far, I can tell Kingfisher is a complicated character. Saris, she's not my favorite. She's a little whiny, but I am enjoying the banter between these two characters. The story is going pretty quickly. It's very fast paced despite how long it is. I'm on page 229 and there are 596 pages in the book, so I feel like I've made very good progress in the few hours that I've been reading. It doesn't feel like I've read 230 pages. I'm also listening to it in 1.8 times speed, but I might put it faster because my eyes are reading faster than what my brain is hearing. Does that make sense? My eyes are reading faster than what my ears are hearing. I hope that made sense, or am I just really tired? I don't know, but let's continue. So I don't believe a single word that Carrion is saying right now because he's explaining everything that's happening down at the sector where she lives and like giving her updates and stuff. My friend just called me cute while I was filming. I'm blushing. Say hi. But like seriously, I don't believe a single word that he's saying because there's just no way that it can be that simple. I don't believe a single word he's saying. And I hope that I'm wrong. But at the same time, I hope that I'm right. It's the next day again. I'm in the same sweater, mind your business. And now I'm 74% through. I have 2 hours left in the audiobook and I'm almost done. It doesn't even feel like I'm 74% through the book. I feel like I still need time with these characters, with this world. I know the next book comes out in fall, but that is still too far for me. I'm on chapter 31 and I literally just need more. What I'm really enjoying about Quicksilver though is that I feel like there's a really good balance between romance and fantasy. I'm not really asking too many questions, and I also feel like so far it is giving what it needs to give when it comes to the romance. I think Quicksilver is doing a great job at building the characters. I just really hate that I cannot see Kingfisher's POV. I need it right now. With this kind of romantasy book, I need to see both POVs. It's kind of like Akatar, where you literally need to be in Resen's head. Like, you're begging to be in his head. I'm begging to be in Kingfisher's head. I'm not ready to leave the world. I only have 2 hours left of the audiobook and I'm not ready. I'm not ready. With the foreshadowing, I feel like I know how it's going to end, but at the same time, I don't know how it's going to be portrayed, and I'm scared. I'm scared. It is 12:02 p.m., so I'm gonna be stopping at midnight tonight. 12 hours. Let's do it.
What the dog doing?
In the nicest way possible, what the fuck was that ending? Let me just give an overall review real quick. Okay, Quicksilver. Finished it in like 15 hours. Super fast paced. I really like the writing. The only thing I will say about the writing is that too much cursing in like a fantasy book takes me out, and the FMC just curses way too much. The smut, no one warned me how much smut there was gonna be, and no one warned me like how descriptive it was going to be either, but it was good. It was good. Carrion was a character that I didn't expect to end up liking. He was a really good comedic relief in between all of the chaos and all of like the angst going on around them. There were times where I was like, okay bro, shut up, your humor and comedy is not needed in a situation this deep and serious. I think it did a really good job of actually being a good romantasy, a good balance between romance and fantasy. Every single time, like, I didn't find myself wanting more romance or wanting more conflict or action. I got an equal amount of both, and I feel like it did a really good job at actually being a romantasy, if that makes sense. I feel like the genre romantasy gets thrown around very freely when it's really a fantasy book with a subplot of romance, or a very romance heavy book that just happens to take place in the fantasy world. This one is a pure romantasy through and through, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. The ending though, I felt like it wasn't necessarily rushed, but I hate that after the aftermath of the ending, instead of it being like shown to us, it was explained to us. And I don't know why, I just don't like that. That's a part of the reason why I hate first person point of view, because things literally have to be explained to us rather than us seeing what's happening. I think that's like my only like ill take out of all of this, is just even though the ending wasn't necessarily rushed, it was still explained to me, and I would rather see it happen than be told. Overall, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give it a 4.75 stars. This was good. And now it's time to start another read, the second read of the 24-hour challenge. I started very late because other life things happened, but we have 3 books, and it's very obvious I'm not gonna choose one of them. The first one is When the Moon Hatched. Girl, we're not reading you. Like, I literally just finished a 600-page fantasy in less than 24 hours. I am not doing another 600-page fantasy. So we either have The 7-Year Slip or Beach Read, and I'm leaning more towards Beach Read. There's something about Emily Henry that, like, reading Funny Story made it was so quick, it was so easy. This one looks quick and easy. It looks short, and I feel like I can do that in the rest of the time that I have left.
What the dog doing?
I had to like take a shower, get comfy and refresh to continue this challenge, but I am 55% through Beach Read, and I'm gonna be completely honest, I'm liking them a lot more than the couple in Funny Story. I don't even remember their names, but Gus and January genuinely have my heart. I connected a lot more with the FMC from Funny Story, but I felt like the couple itself was lacking. Like, like I wasn't really loving, I wasn't gagging for the love story. But this story, it hits different. It hits different. Just knowing how cynical this man is, it's hitting every mark for me.
What the dog doing?
I need this to be documented. I've never cried ever reading a book. Oh, beach read. I'm literally going to vomit. Nothing could have possibly prepared me for how much I was going to love this book. I genuinely thought going into beach read, I was like, this can possibly not top Funny Story. There's no way that this, literally a beach read, a fun summary read, there's no way it can top Funny Story. I was wrong. I was wrong in so many ways. 5 stars, 10s across the board. I am so in love with Augustus Everett. I am in love with that man. He is the ideal. Everything about this, the writing, the yearning, the fucking angst, everything was so perfect. I genuinely think Emily Henry did a really good job at depicting how nuanced grief is. I first off want to say that this isn't really a summary read. I thought reading this in the beginning of January was gonna be a mistake because it's a beach read. It's literally called beach read. It's not a beach read at all. It's not summary at all. It doesn't really give the summary vibes to me. This felt like I was reading this in the middle of August. I felt like I was reading this in like a rainy August day. That's what the vibe of this book gave me, because this girl who is a hopeless romantic, she writes romance books and she doesn't even consider herself to be an expert in romance, has suddenly had every single idea of a perfect romance be completely shattered. And she's working with her grief and her loss and trying to work around even trying to believe in love again while being stuck writing a book. It was just, ugh. And then Gus is her rival from college, who is also an author, but he writes kind of, think of like those, you know, those super stuck up film boys. That's the kind of author that January always depicted Gus as. And sure, he did come off as very cynical at first, but he really is a character that's really full of depth. Emily Henry did not cut corners with building Gus's character. I hate saying that, oh, he was just misunderstood, but he really was just misunderstood. He was someone who was also dealing with grief, also dealing with a form of loss, and that made him cynical. Growing up with how he did, that made him cynical, and it made sense. He wasn't just cynical to be cynical. He wasn't grumpy and angsty just to be that because that was his character, that was his role. It made sense. Emily Henry tied it all together. She could write. She could have scribbled this on a piece of 1-ply toilet paper and I would have ate it up. That being said, I'm not even exaggerating. 5 stars, beautiful. I do not regret picking up another Emily Henry book. I actually picked up a few more Emily Henry books because of Funny Story, and I just don't regret it at all. Emily Henry genuinely made me fall in love with romance books, and that's something I never thought I would have said. If you would have told 2024 Hillary that she would actually be enjoying a contemporary romance that wasn't fan fiction, I would not have believed you. But with that being said, I was able to finish 2 books in this 24-hour reading challenge. I finished Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I still stand on my 4.5, 4.75 rating on this. I still think the ending was very rushed, but even while I was reading Beach Read, I had a gaping Quicksilver-sized hole in my chest, and I still do. I genuinely can't stop thinking about Quicksilver. I cannot stop thinking about Kingfisher. He is a man. This is a man, and I'm just happy that the next book comes out in August because I just need to know what the hell that ending really means and the gravity of it. If you know, you know. But also, I'm really proud of myself for finishing a 600-page book in under 24 hours. That is insane. And then Beach Read, again, 5 stars. I'm just shocked. I'm genuinely just shocked that I started 2025 with 2 amazing reads. This just set up my expectations for the rest of the year. Thank you guys so much for watching if you made it to the end, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye!